Welcome to a game called Someone Stole My Lunch. This is a game from Itch.io. I think it's a few years old. I randomly came across it. I think it's a really short game, but it looked fun, so I wanted to give it a try. Start. And the lunch got stolen. The door opens with a jingle as I walk in. This must be management's doing again. They said it's to improve morale when we're too busy to head outside. I don't know how that does anything. But what type of cafe only has one coffee machine? Is this a cafe? Do we work at a cafe? If you do, then the coffee machines to make the coffee for all the customers would be what you would use. They didn't even provide us with any coffee filters. I'm tempted to tip over the nearby trash can, but decided against it. Yeah, well, probably shouldn't. The janitors are on the same sinking boat as us. My only saving grace is lunchtime, and today is special. Any other day, I would have gone into the big city and treated myself to a local Bistro? Bistro. Yeah, right? Bistro, that's how you pronounce that. However, a new project sprung up and I've been forced to stay inside during lunch. Well, I mean, they can't force you to. Just plain and simple. Probably illegal. My weary coworkers also have to live this type of life, suffering from malnutrition and gastritis. Again, that it's illegal for them to do that. But why should I suffer alongside them? What awaits me behind these frigid doors is my masterpiece. I don't know how to pronounce this. Katsudon? I don't know what that is either. The night before, I flattened the plumpest pork loins. Breaded it in crisp panko and deep fried it in the finest oils and spices from my pantry. Double fried to perfection. Then smothered in beaten eggs, sweet onions, and homemade tonkatsu sauce. All atop a steaming bowl of fluffy rice. Saliva dribbles down as I imagine my fork piercing through the skin to reveal its soft white meat inside. It's unfortunate I couldn't eat it fresh off the stove, but at least the microwave here is more competent than the company's infrastructure. Well, you need to find a better job, a better place to work at. With a happy hum, I walk over to the open fridge. The shelves are emptier around this time, so I easily spot my bowl. Despite the bowl's innocent pink coloring. It's from a prestigious lunchbox brand. Is there even such a thing as a prestigious lunchbox brand? Aren't they all basically the same? My food deserves the best, of course. I pick up my cute bowl, but I notice something's off. Sauce stains the side of the bowl's lip. Did I spill it on my way to work? Now that I think about it, it's much lighter than it was this morning. With trepidation, I unclip the lid. It's gone. My thick cut of fried pork. My egg slurry of dashi and soft onions. My fluffy steamed rice, all gone. Only a light brown puddle and some rice grains remain. Is this the work of a thief? Wait, no. I shouldn't be doubting my coworkers. Who else would have taken it? Maybe someone took my lunch by mistake. But this morning, I only saw clear Tupperware containers. How could anyone mistake my lunch for theirs? someone steal my lunch? My stomach gurgles painfully. It tells me that my decision to skip breakfast was a foolish one. And my phone alarm goes off. My 15-minute break is about to end. What should I do about this thief? Report to HR. The most rational decision is to report it to Human Resources. I take out my phone, speed dial HR. It's important to have your most important contacts ready when you need them. Hello, this is Kale from... Kale? From Human Resources? How may I help you? Hi, Kale. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I'd like to report a theft. What was stolen? My lunch. Was it during company hours or on company property? Yes, and yes. Unfortunately, we cannot compensate your loss. I don't want compensation, Kale. An employee's lunch is their personal property. Yes, but isn't it worrying to have a theft happen on company grounds? We have cases like this very often. The company is not responsible for them. Yes, I know, but if you have anything else to report, please send an email. My lunch break is starting. Kale hangs up before I can say any more. Does it happen often? Then do something about it. Nobody likes Kale. With nothing else I can do, I begrudgingly pour myself a lukewarm cup of coffee and return to work. The next day. Despite yesterday's incident, I still brought my lunch. I can't falter in the face of despair. After all, I made... Mapo tofu? These are foods I've never even heard of. How do I make it again? Ooh, I see. I could kill a person. I could... I think this is the correct answer. Yes, the spice of my life. Make it nice and spicy. How could I forget the nose-numbing smell of roasted... I don't know what kind of pepper this is, but that kind of pepper. The thick red oil of the bean paste. The firm, bouncy texture of the cubed tofu. With an internal heat so good it transcends the taste buds. Mapo tofu. I hope that's how you pronounce that one too. Eating plain rice is great, but it can't beat the spicy fragrance of chili oil and peppercorns. But this one is different. I spiked up the heat, adding twice the amount of ground peppercorn and chili. A spice too powerful for the mortal tongue. Right before I kiss my baby goodbye, I sprinkle some more pepper. Well, why not? If anyone dares open my bowl, a red powdery explosion awaits them. 5 hours later. Really, 5 hours? Shouldn't it be like 4 hours till lunch? Lunchtime arrives and I rush to the break room. Perhaps today will be different. I take out my bowl. The lightness of the silicone bowl is foreboding. It's empty. But how? Why? Who is this food-crazed glutton? Wait, if someone ate my super spicy tofu, Mapo tofu, oh, then their lips should be bright red right now. Within the remaining minutes of my break, I look far and wide for my mysterious red-lipped caper, but to no avail. My pepper-kissed burglar was nowhere to be found. There are too many employees in this company, wearing lipstick. I gave up on finding those hot lips and went home. Luckily, the stench of pepper clung to my suit and people avoided me on the subway during rush hour. The next day. When life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. On my way home, I caught a supermarket sale on lemons? That's why I was compelled to make fish head curry for lunch. A big steamed fish head, simmered in thick milky curry sauce, sliced tomatoes, okra, and eggplants float around. Okay. succulent, bouncy fish cheek and big sticky eye. Okay, drenched in tangy curry sauce. A vibrant, comfy dish to ease the stress of this weary week. But will it survive until my break? No, it won't. Somebody will eat it. That thief is still out on the loose, ready to pounce. I need to protect my meal. This is my last stand, my last course of action. What should I do? Mass email, lunch at cubicle, fridge note. They'll ignore the fridge note and still eat it. The mass email, it could cause everybody to go eat it. Lunch at cubicle, let's see what happens. I should keep my lunch with me. The closer the better. Yeah, keeping it for a few hours, no matter what kind of meal it is, it would be fine. You keep it in the fridge at home, you bring it to work, and you just keep it in like an insulated container or something like that, and it would be fine until it's lunchtime. 4 or 5 hours, whatever, it's gonna be fine. Then you just warm it up. Sitting comfortably in my swivel chair, I type away in my Excel sheets. My pink bowl keeps me company, so my nerves are relaxed. Nearby, some workers are gabbing away. So how's your term end report coming along? Employee A says. Never mind that. Did you see who's employee of the month again? Says employee B. Who? The new hire, that French dude. French? From abroad? Who knows? He's been snagging employee of the month ever since he started last year. I've been trying for this month, but I lost. Man, give up. You can't beat him. You went on vacation to play the new Elf Ring last week. Remember? This is like an Elden Ring reference? Oh, you're right. They finally finished talking and leave the area. I can finally eat in peace. Shifting my keyboard away and replacing it with my bowl, I flip the lid open. An explosion of spice enters my nostrils. You spiced up this one too? Employee, what does that smell? Someone's eating in the cubicle. In the cubbies again. It'll be like that sometimes. We sympathize with each other silently. It's the first time I've been able to eat a meal during lunch. The tangy aroma wakes me up and stirs my stomach. I take out my spoon. I dig in. That's not my stomach growling anymore. I turn my head and spot an unfamiliar figure passing by. He's a ruggedly handsome man. He looks down at my bowl, grimacing. You stink. I take that back. He's insufferable. Well, it doesn't smell too bad, but it's distracting everyone. Why didn't you put that in the fridge? Before I could even swear back, he walks away. Yeah, why didn't you put that in the fridge? I'm hungry. I wanted to eat it. That's the guy. Thinky. Rather than my curry, it smelled like he hadn't left the company in a week. My nose scrunches up, remembering his sour stench. His smell left such an impression that I couldn't even enjoy my long-awaited meal peacefully. That menace, seems familiar. Can't put my finger on who he reminds me of. Speaking of which, I should spray some air freshener later. Should have sprayed some air freshener right in his face. So the stinky ending. Performance reviewed by Kale? What? Fair. I don't know about that. We're going again. Trying to get some more endings here. Okay, door opens with jingle. Let's click through this real quick. Because it's all the same stuff. Don't want to knock over the thing. Waiting for my food. Really want my food. And it's gone. Whatever shall I do? Click rapidly is what I should do. Okay, so report to HR isn't gonna work. Give up doesn't seem like the right thing. I'ma quit. I'ma just straight quit. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of everything in this damn company. Something snaps inside me as I run over to the coffee machine. I rip it off the wall and toss it to the ground. Ripping it off the wall isn't necessarily the rip part I disagree with, is the problem. It's more like the plug will just pop out and that's it. You're not ripping it. The trash can is next. With a firm kick, it flips over and empty coffee cups fly out. Finally, the stupid little jingle bell. I yank it off the door's hinge and aim it squarely at the Employee of the Month frame on the wall. My breathing is haggard, and my back is curved and covered in sweat. Sedentary office workers can only do so much. Well, I stomp to my cubicle and hastily write up my 2-week notice to Human Resources. 2-week notices are just a myth. You don't have to do that. That's only if you want to be nice to the company. If you want to quit, just quit on the spot and leave. 2-week notices aren't like a legal thing. You don't ever have to do that. Though, who can even say I'll be here tomorrow? Of course not. Once I'm out the door, I'm never coming back. How you do it? Boiling point ending. Very bad. I mean, very bad. Need a skip function. Hold on. Can I skip? Skip. There we go. What's the give up? I can only give up. Whoever it is, how would I even find them? Filling a paper cup with stale cold coffee, I go back to my cubicle in defeat. The next day. My lunch got stolen again. I'm suffering from hunger pangs. But perhaps whoever stole it needed it more than I did. They're probably more happy to eat than I am sad to be hungry. With my sacrifice, the total number of satisfied workers in the company increased, so let it be. I don't like this one at all. Enlightened, I continue to make decent meals and leave them out in the open. I meant decadent. Decadent meals. And leave them out in the open. They're not out in the open, they're still in the fridge. Every single one of them was stolen. And I went home hungry. Management rewards us with coffee filters that week. Maybe. I did make a difference in this company. Acceptance ending? Yeah, no. Skip ahead. There we go. Okay, so we know the give up leads straight to an ending and the quit job leads straight to an ending. So you have to report to HR. I'll skip again. Okay. So we've gone down the peppercorns route. And that one leads to you have no way of finding the person because everybody's wearing lipstick. And it seems that they managed to eat it anyways, even though it's super hot. Spicy, so that doesn't really do anything. Do we have any other options in that ending? Yes. Because then the next day we have fish, the fish head. And we can choose to keep it at our desk, put it in the office, or in the fridge with a note. Or send out an email to everybody. But I'll save that one and do the wax one. With the help of YouTube... With the help of YouTube videos, I make a wax replica of the tofu. The white tofu cubes are made from wet styrofoam? I guess you could do it that way. What else could you make tofu out of instead of styrofoam? Actually, styrofoam would work like almost perfectly. That's evil, but it will work perfectly. I like this. I like this whole plan. Because what you would do is you'd make the fake one, and you'd keep the real one with you. The red sauce is from acrylic and watercolor. I disagree with this. Make the sauce real. Make all the rest of the stuff inside it fake. I mixed roasted ground peppercorns into the translucent red wax and poured it into my bowl. It helps hide the smell. With a glaze of resin and some patience, the fake wax Mapo tofu was completed. See, what you should do is make some of the real stuff and like coat it in the real stuff. So it smells real, and it might even taste real if you licked it. You know, you dip your finger inside and taste. But everything's fake. I snicker, imagining the perpetrator attempting to scoop into the mold only for their plastic spoon to rebound back in their face. No, you'd want it in such a way that's why the resin was a bad idea. You'd want it in such a way that they could actually attempt to eat it. They could actually dip out pieces and think they're gonna eat it. And that's when the surprise happens. In exchange, I'll starve. I was still waiting for my model to dry this morning, so I had no time to make myself something to eat. But, I mean, while it's drying, you make something like a sandwich or whatever. Lunch quickly arrives when I return to retrieve my bowl from the fridge. I couldn't keep my excitement down, despite knowing that it's fake food. Seeing an untouched dish satisfied me. I flicked open the lid and... a scoop, no, 2 scoops are gone from the bowl. Like sliced jelly. This thief is beyond my comprehension. But something sparks inside me. I return to my desk to write my resignation letter. Afterwards, I run to the nearest tech store and purchase some necessities. Ooh. Ah. Wax food, you wouldn't believe it. I think this is a good ending. You become a YouTuber, look at 10 million, imagine. 100k likes. This is insane. You've done good. Where am I clicking? What's happened with the game? Oh, I can scroll down. I quit my job and became a wax food artist. Yeah, I believe it. Okay. With 10 million views and 100k likes, this is the only message here? Yep, that's me. I became a wax food artist. YouTuber. What can I say? After witnessing that travesty, I knew I had talent in the wax arts. If someone can mistake my creation for real food, then why live a corpo life? You mean like corporate? Raw talent. Ending number 3. Very bad. What do you mean very bad? I don't know how many endings I've gotten so far, but we're gonna try some of the other options as well. Skip. Okay, so... report to HR is the only option we can do here, and then skip ahead. And wax leads to the wax artist ending. Peppers, we still have some other options in that. Let's do the evil thing and put rat poison. Ah yes, how could I forget? I was trying to trap a rat. I take out my bowl and sprinkle a bit of gray powder on the surface. Snapping the lid back on, I tuck my pink bowl in the back of the fridge. Soon that thieving rat will get his just desserts. I exit the break room with a cold smile. It'll be all according to plan. Right after I finished my work for the day, a guard apprehended me at my cubicle. There was a hidden security camera. I went to jail. A week has passed since I started my new life in my cell. Because of the damning video evidence of my actions, I was judged with first-degree murder. Sitting on my low-quality spring bed, my face sinks into my palms. It's about to be lunchtime. The guard bangs on the bars and lets me out. I scurry out with my famished stomach, reaching out for my meager serving of dry, hard bread and bland, watery soup. Unfortunately, I'm too late. My cellmate slaps my hand and takes my share from my plate. My lunch has been stolen again. I return to my cell and sit in hunger. Inmate, there's some good news. Or the guard is saying this, yes. The victim you poisoned survived. What victim? The food thief? Don't say anymore, inmate. You're walking on eggshells. Of course, of course. I hold my head towards the somber moonlight, contemplating a life not behind bars. I've learned my lesson. Don't try to poison your coworker. A recipe for disaster, ending number 4. Very bad. Okay, so rat poison immediately gives you that ending. I expected something like that. So report to HR. Skip. So wax, we have the wax ending. Rat poison, we go to jail. The fact that they have a security camera in here, they're just plain evil. They know who's stealing my stuff. There should be an option to just report it to the police directly and have them investigate this company. Just make the company's life a living hell. So we'll go with the pepper. And we'll skip ahead. Because somebody still steals it. And now we have these options. I don't think Fridge Note is really going to do anything, so we're going to go with Fridge Note. Because we've done lunch at Cubicle. And that just leads to us eating and a stinky ending where a stinky person passes by, who's probably the one stealing the food. So we're doing Fridge Note. I shouldn't blow this out of proportion. I'm a working adult after all. From my pocket I take out my expensive fountain pen that I splurged my bonus on. By happenstance, the company likes to supply us with copy paper in the break room. They think that if we see it, we'll be compelled to continue working during our break. None of my coworkers are that gullible, but the amount of paper does decrease throughout the week. I take advantage of the company's quirks and take a clean paper from the pile. Let's leave a note. To my dear thief of mine. I don't know what to select. Ooh. You two. You do too. You two do. Do to you. I don't know what I'm doing. Red. Stop. Closing. What is any of this? Do not touch. Stop. I will starve. Okay. After the note is done, I secure it with magnets. And now we wait. I hope my lunch doesn't get stolen. It was tasty. Oops, I forgot to read that one. Oh no. My saliva wets the dry paper as it grazes my tongue. The next day. It's been 4 days. I'm in the break room holding today's lunch. This time it'll be different. I will succeed. These thefts will stop. Well, I mean, this you could just keep at your desk. You will survive my lunch. You will be in my stomach today. I swear it on my health insurance. I kiss it a temporary farewell as I walk to the room. A lone figure walks into the break room. Instead of grabbing coffee, he reaches towards the fridge. It's an unusual time to have lunch, as many employees are currently preoccupied. He reaches past the stacks of clear Tupperware, singling out a bowl. A pink silicone bowl. He stands by the counter, obscuring his actions with his back. The bowl lid comes off with a click. This is new. What's new? The figure shoulders jolt up, and then relaxes as he turns around. Nothing. Saw there were new coffee filters. Bet management repurposed the copy paper. Right. Who are you? Me? I'm really not that important. Rather, why don't we start with you, buddy? Oh? I smile at him as he turns away, ignoring me. We just stand there for a few minutes. Don't you have work? How's that coffee? Why would I drink this place's coffee? Don't tell me you drank it. That slimy brown water. It's not that bad. It sucks. You sound like you hate yourself. 3 days I've starved because of you. 3 days. Actually, what did you do these past few days? What else would I be doing? It's a work week. You come to the break room often? At this exact time every day? Of course, I have to eat. Eat? Well, yeah, don't you? Aha, yes. I would if I could. Speaking of which, I'm gonna eat. Mind leaving? Wow, me too. I'm skipping precious work time to have my lunch early. Why don't we eat together? That's an awful idea. That hurts. We're all coworkers, aren't we? I like being alone. Sales provided me with enough problems. Well, I'm hungry. You'll just have to suffer. Wait outside, I'll be done quick. Is this your private bathroom? Certainly would be nice. Are you hiding something? Selling trade secrets for a rival company? I wish. Doing something illegal? You should ask the company that. They've broken several labor laws already. Maybe. You're the frisky type. I point behind him. Stealing, perhaps? I made my move. With a sidestep, I tried to maneuver around the man, but he swiftly blocks my view, left and right. Why are you stopping me? Feeling guilty? Guilty? Guilty for what? My right to a meal? His stature and speed outmatched me. I couldn't keep up. My poor office worker heart can only pump so much oxygen. Haha. Must be nice being tall. You must be eating good. Real good. Of course, I only dine on the finest. Fess up, you thieving rat. Me, a rat? You stole my lunch. I just met you. Well, I caught you red-handed. Hands up, away from the counter. You're talking out of your ass. You don't have proof it's me. Several thousand employees come by here every day. This company doesn't care about you or me. Leave. Well, well, Mr. Employee of the Month. Do you think our conversation wasn't recorded? What? Wow, I wonder what terrors I can unleash with these sound bites. How did you know? You take me for a fool? The company plasters your face on the walls. It's right over there. All you did was tie your hair up. Tie up your hair. Is it tied up? It's the same. The picture's the same. The picture looks the same. Did you make this meal? I did. Why do you keep stealing my lunch? Why? Your food was the best out of everyone else I stole. And so I invited Mr. Employee of the Month to dinner. On that day, I offered him half my Atsu sandwich for a price. Don't touch my food. Why should I listen? I'll cook for you. Don't do that. Okay, I'm listening. But you'll need to pay for my groceries. Fine. We would continue discussing our contract over dinner. His treat. He chose a fancy French bistro nearby. I chose the time, 5 p.m. tomorrow night. Was this a date? No, it was a lifetime contract. Under a warm candle light, Beau sits across from me. His long, silky hair let loose. An open, French window frames his figure like a painting? French window. Is that this design? If only he would shut up. Hill's a dick. I'm glad we agree. He wouldn't free up my schedule, so I had to scavenge for food during my 8-minute breaks. The past hour I've been listening to him vent about management. His voice is husky. He hints of a deep, big city tone mixed in with some of that wilderness vibrato? I could listen to him speak all night, but the waiter is waiting. So, are you going to order soon? Right, food. What do you recommend? Anything that tastes good. Like meat. Do you eat vegetables? If it tastes good. Okay, steak for the meathead. I'll get the ratatouille. But that's all vegetables. Shut up, meathead. And order of red wine with that too. At least you know how to pair wine with steak. How cooked would you like your steak, sir? Well done. Make it medium rare. Okay, chef. The waiter quickly bolts away. It's just me and him now. So how long have you been stealing? A couple of times? It's only food. Stealing? Yeah, it was me stealing the food from the fridge. Do you need help? Should we split tonight's meal? No, I have enough money. Just no work-life balance. So it's all work, no life. I did have a life until I got hired by this company. It wasn't like this in my other jobs. Used to work at an eatery. Always ate fresh. Then why did you stay with us? You seem capable, going by your Employee of the Month record. I was at my limit, to be frank with you. But one day I met you. Me? Your lunch. Fudge. I've never felt such warmth from a lunchbox before, even though it was straight from the fridge. All I ate were ham cheese sandwiches and cream cheese bagels. Depressing, I know. Ham cheese and cream cheese bagels are good. Why didn't you order your own? Stop being a leech. But you told me I could leech off of you now. For a price. My wallet is your wallet. He says it so casually. Next thing I know, he leans over to my side of the table. By the way, you're really good with your hands. What? It looks like he's about to grab my hand, but he avoids me. He picks up a napkin holder from my side and brings it back with him. How often do you pound meat? The fried pork sandwich from yesterday was delectable. Are you messing with me? No, I'm serious. Can I go to your place after this? For what reason? To inspect your goods. Aren't you going too fast? I want to see what's in your fridge. Fridge? Aren't I paying for your groceries? Right, of course. I take out my phone to distract myself from the shame. Scrolling through my chat apps, I realize something crucial. I forgot. Beau, what's your contact info? Oh, it's... I also haven't got your full name. What's Beau short for? My full name? He hesitates, dragging on the silence. I gaze back with big watery eyes, a skill I learned from dealing with higher-ups. He finally gives in and sighs. Don't laugh, okay? My parents had a French phase. I'm not actually European. I wouldn't laugh. I need it if we're going to work together from now on. There's a knock on the door. On our door. What door? Are you in like some private booth? The waiter rolls in a trolley holding our meals. As the waiter sits down the meal, Bo finally speaks. Well, it's... Bon appetit. That's disturbing. The end. Ending number 7. Excellent. Thank you for playing. Okay. Well, there you go. I don't know if there's any other... There might be. There might be some other pathways and maybe 1 or 2 more endings, but I think I'll leave this here. You guys can check this game out for yourself. It's on Itch.io. Yeah, that was a fun game. Except that particular excellent ending I didn't really necessarily like. He doesn't deserve to have the foods. The good foods, he does not deserve that. After stealing the foods and acting the way that he did when he tried to hide the fact that he was stealing the food, absolutely not. I don't care. He's some kind of sociopath, that one. He absolutely does not deserve this setup. He should have paid the person back and promised never to steal again, and he should probably quit that job. And my character, the one that I'm playing as, should probably quit that job as well. And the whole company should just probably walk out. But that's... I don't know, that wasn't an option. I mean, that was an option to quit the job. That was an option for my character. Actually, they should have gotten the police involved, to be fair. Because you know there's a security camera. You know that they're monitoring what's happening. It's just the person in charge of HR, at least, doesn't care. So at that point, you'd escalate it further. And keep escalating it until you get the situation resolved. That's the appropriate actions to take. And not poison the person. And not craft a fake meal, even though that ending, I think, in my opinion, was a lot better. Because you have a job that you're really good at and that you really like, and you're probably making enough to support yourself from being a fake food content creator. So, I don't know, in my opinion, that ending was the better ending. And he could just keep being employee of the month of that company for as long as he wants, stealing bagels or whatever. Either way, we'll leave this here. Leave a like, check it out on Itch.io. Leave a comment if you'd like. Try the game out for yourself. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see everybody in the next video.